Hey, happy Tuesday. Welcome back to my channel, Georgia Girl, Every Woman Wellness, and more. And I'm your host, Georgia Girl. Today is Testimony Tuesday, where I'll be having a guest on. Hey, Angie, welcome. I see you've been watching my playlist. I do appreciate you. I will be having a guest on today. His name is Young Riz, aka known as Grip King. Over here on my channel, we do not judge anyone. He will be sharing about autism. He'll share with us about when he was diagnosed and some of the challenges he had to face. I also have autism awareness merch available. This shirt here is this is my first autism awareness shirt here. And I also have some more in my shop. And I will be presenting Young Breeze with a merch today. I did email him earlier. He said he was going to be over, but I want to get into Testimony Tuesday. I do want to thank God for allowing me to see a new day, a new week. I can't worry about what was happening last week. I'm thanking God for what's going on today. Last week and I'm still having some issues with my knees, but I thank God daily that they'll get better. Hopefully they'll get better, but it's an ongoing thing for me. But if you're in my chat today, you should give God all the praises. I see my guest has arrived in the back, and I will let him come up. Like I said, this is Young Riz. I met him a couple of years on YouTube. I think he's very intelligent. He's bright. And if you have not connected with him, I do have his channel connected to the description in the box. If you're able to share this live out, give us a share. Young Riz, you can also share this live out. I'm finna bring Young Riz up. Like I said, I think he's a very intelligent young man. Sometimes we encourage each other through email. You might drop me an email and might say, Georgia Girl, this, because I'm a good listener, and I have already told anyone that if I'm able to help encourage you, I will. If I have to do it off social media, that's what I would do. But me and him we have a good kind of bondage, friendship. I say he's like a son to me. And so I'm not going to let him stay in the back too long. I'm going to introduce Young Riz. Y'all had seen him over here before. And we're just going to get into, hey, Joshua, you ready, Young Riz? Are you ready? Just put a thumb in the chat. Are you ready? Today we'll be sharing about, okay, you ready? Okay. I'm fixing to add my guest up here. This is Young Riz, everybody, aka known as Young Grip.
Hey, what up?
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing good though.
Did you share the lab on your channel?
Yes, I shared it before I was live.
Okay, then. If y'all see some people coming in, they might be coming from Young Riz channel. Only thing I would say, everybody just be respectful, no trolls. We're just gonna have just a good conversation. How you doing today?
I'm doing good though. Not much going on today. I'm just chilling out.
Oh, that's great. You was glad that God woke you up this morning?
Mm-hmm.
All right, then. So what we're talking about today is autism awareness. April is Autism Awareness Month, and I've been educating myself about it, and I've been sharing information about it because I have loved ones that does have autism, and I see their challenges, but we don't judge them. We understand. You know,
Mm-hmm.
So I want to get into it. Hey, Angie, Joshua, if y'all have any questions, y'all want to ask Young Riz, y'all, you don't mind them asking you some questions if they would like to?
I'm open to that actually. If people want to know more or if they have any questions relating to me or whatever, I'm cool with that though. If you like to learn more and if you want to get an understanding of me though that you never really got to understand like that, then I'm okay with that.
Okay. Okay. I want to ask you a question. So I know you was diagnosed with autism. You said I know you was young when you got diagnosed, right? But your parents had to
Mhm.
explain you.
Yeah. So basically, I was diagnosed at 5 years old, but I displayed the signs very early though. My mom noticed though everything. Both my parents noticed, but my mom was the first one to actually properly, literally, is the one to actually notice all the signs though. And in those days as well, I was nearly close to being diagnosed with ADHD, but then they had to do a retest again and then they discovered what I had though at 5 years old.
Okay. And I know it was quite like, like at 5 years old, you probably didn't know really what was going on, but you knew that something was going on with you. Did you
Yeah,
know? Probably when you got
no, I
older. I
wasn't
know at
really.
five you probably
I
didn't know
probably
like,
didn't get to know that until I was 13 years old though. So when I hit 13, that's when I actually knew I had it though. So most of my life I thought I was different.
yes. Okay. So what are some of the signs that, hey Miss Key, how you doing? So I know there are different spectrums of autism.
Um, yeah. So
So can you
basically, where
explain
do
the
I
spectrum you are?
Okay, so basically, I'm high functioning autistic. So the difference is between me and some other signs that you might see from other people is I'm capable of doing almost everything. It's certain areas though I struggle in. So high functioning autistic, I am functional just like everybody else. I can communicate, I can do almost everything independently. Just certain
Mhm.
things I struggle with. Say like social cues I struggled with before it was speech though, then I have like lower muscle tone, other stuff though. So basically, and also like fine motor and other stuff. Fine motor skills is what I struggled with. So that was
Okay.
like one of it though. So I had to work through it with me and everything. And also communicating. Say like basic I know how to start a conversation now. But when I was
Mhm.
younger though, I did not start the conversation. Someone else had to initiate the conversation. I just had to
Oh,
carry it.
okay. Oh, and see, if you had a never, when you told me this, when you came on over before, you told me you was autistic. I would have never knew because you, I mean, like I said, you conversate, I mean, to me, I would have never just thought that about you until you start telling me about some of the things that you was dealing with as a child and some of the things that you have overcome. Like I said, I think you're very bright, intelligent. You're good with your channel. Congrats on all your milestones and your videos. And if y'all have not connected with Young Riz, please do. Wow, because I know I have loved ones that doesn't have verbal. They don't do verbal. It's a lot of the things they can't do on their own. A lot of them do depend on others, and I'm glad that you are able to go through some of your challenges and you're able to do some of the things and enjoy your life. By you having hey, Conscious, how you doing? Good to see you. We're
Okay, nice
talking
to
to
see
Young
you
Riz,
too,
and he's
Countess.
sharing about
Okay,
autism. Like
so
I said, I'm getting
basically,
it from
so
his
as
mouth,
well
and
to
he's speaking
explain
on
as well though is basically as a kid though, comparing me to now compared to when I was a kid. Now I'm basically a bit more independent in
it.
some aspects though I'm more independent. But as a kid, I needed more assistance. So basically, in school, I had like a teaching assistant with me all the time, and I had it until like can't remember though. Probably I can't remember when I stopped having it though, but I
Yeah.
really needed a lot of help though. So basically, in the school, I needed a lot of help, and in the home, my mom had to help me. Though she had to teach me. My mom's the first one to literally push me to better myself,
That's
and
good.
literally, she's the one to actually. My mom is the one to actually help me with improvements. Showed me how to do it. Later, the improvement started showing. Though she's the first one though, because when people found out what I had though, they were like surprised. Not like they
Mhm.
weren't accepting. They were accepting, but they actually were like, I was. They thought I was limited, but I actually pushed past limitations.
That's awesome. And let's congrats your mom. Let's give your mom some flowers. Cause your mom, you say your mom is the one that she knew that something was going on. She was there. That's why I say us moms now we be knowing things and we gonna stick there with those babies. We gonna stick there with you. And that's good that you had her there, and it's good
Yeah.
that you was able to be you're independent. But I know as you was coming up, like you said, it was kind of like a little struggle. So how did the kids treat you at school? Do you remember?
The kids I think the kids treated me well though. Actually, I was treated well, but at the same time, I did have some bullying as well though. I think one
Mhm.
time I had a friend though who basically I did not recognize certain behaviors when I was younger. Whatever
Mhm.
when someone speaks to you in a certain type of way, I thought
Yeah.
that was a normal type behavior, but it's not normal. I
Yeah.
thought it was normal though. So
Okay.
that's why. And it's not just my mom, it was my dad too. My dad was the one to actually go fight for me, though. He fought for my support. They literally, both parents applied for the support that I was entitled to, though, but I was
Mhm.
rejected. They literally rejected me at first, though. And my dad was like, no, I'm going to keep fighting for it.
That's right.
He fought for it, though. And also, he got a good person, though, good solicitor, good lawyer, whatever. He got someone though to actually help me though to work on
That's
those
good,
cases.
young Riz. And I'm so thankful that I was able to connect with you when I did. I don't know how I connected with you, but you came in my channel and me and you have been, like I said, me and you chat offline. If you got something going on, me and you know how we do. You
Mhm.
drop me an email and you might say, Georgia girl, this, Georgia, because I told you I'm here for you if you need someone to talk to. And that's for any of
Mhm.
my subscribers or anybody that I feel comfortable talking to. Um,
Yeah.
so right now, okay, what you is 22? What happened?
To last year though. Last year I was 22. I'm 23 this year though. I was born December 27, 2001.
Okay, Young Reds is 23 and he's on the autism spectrum, but he's very independent. So
Independent in certain aspects though, but in certain aspects I'm still trying to work on and I do struggle with. Say like spatial awareness, I'm still struggling in that aspect though. Say when I work outside though, like I've worked on the roads crossing though, I've gotten better over time, but basically
mhm,
walking outside and seeing where you're going, I have
mhm.
trouble with that. Like I've nearly walked into other people before. I think one time, I think in Pakistan, I can't remember what it was. Though as a kid, though, I nearly fell in a hole basically, and my dad grabbed me
Wow.
quickly.
So do you wear glasses?
Yeah. These glasses, though, are for light sensitivity and for short sightedness. I'm short sighted, so I have two lenses. First, I go for an eye tester to actually, see how far my short sighted is. Then,
Mhm.
after that, I go for another test, though, for the colored lenses, though, and they check the prescription, though, because I had the same one, used to have the same one before, but then later it started to consistently change because too much light and how my brain changes as well. So the
Okay.
light sensitivity as well. After when they tested me, later after that, the person basically sends the frames, the lenses, and both lenses off to America, and then after that they just get them caught and they basically put them in and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Because basically, we don't have facilities. No, I mean we do have facilities to get them cut, but basically we don't have the facilities in the UK to basically put them in there, like to coat
Oh,
them.
Okay. So when you was coming up, I heard you say that did you have to take speech? Did you have to take speech class?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had to take speech because as a kid, though, I had a speech delay. So I spoke English and the Pakistani language, but every sentence I mumbled or basically mumbled or stumbled some few words while I was talking.
Oh, okay. Wow, amazing. Amazing. Look at you now. You can talk. I mean, just listening to you, I would never think that you was delayed because I'm really trying to catch up with you. You can
Yeah,
talk.
that's
I
right.
bet when your mama's probably said, "Woo," what did she say? When you start talking, now you can't shut up, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was an
Hey, welcome
introverted
in.
kid. Hey, welcome in. So basically, with me, I was an introvert when I was younger, though. Then afterwards, I started to gain the confidence as I got older, though. Like when I got to high school or college time, though, that's when
Mhm.
first part of the college, that's when I started to become more confident. High school time, no, I was confident and I was
Mhm.
able to talk, but then also sometimes I stayed to myself. So I was like
I
flip flop
understand.
between personality. By the time college, I became more confident.
That's great. So, you did finish high school, right? You
Mm-hmm.
finished school. You went to college.
Nah, you call it high school. In the UK, we call it secondary school.
Okay. So, what did you take up in school in college?
College, though, I think first early part of it, I was doing media, though, and then I did English and maths GCSE and stuff like that. And I
Okay.
did history as well, though, in that time. But then I think 1 year into that term, though, in the other college I used to go to, they suggested I move to the current one now. And
Mm-hmm.
from there, it I just stayed.
Okay. That's great. I mean, a lot of people think because people have autism that they can't have a normal life. I know there are some spectrums where some can't go to college. They probably can go college, but they probably have assistance along the way. And I was so Nicole, Nicole.
Mm-hmm. I knew
Okay, well,
her.
welcome Nicole. Welcome. Let's welcome Nicole to the chat. She's from your channel, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And
Okay. Yeah, I know her in some way. Yeah, I remember. But okay, anyways, though,
okay.
you're right. I also have a thing called the EATP. It's called the Education Healthcare Plan. It's similar to an IEP, but in the UK we call it EHCP. So the thing E stands for education. So it covers the education and the healthcare plans, though. Entitled till
Okay.
20. I'm entitled to that until I turn 25 years old. So basically, while I'm in education though, until 25, I'm entitled to this support. After that, I'm basically on my own.
Okay. Well, that's great. That's like a program, right?
Yeah, it's a program, so it means I go to college for free, and basically they fund it for me though. I
Mm-hmm.
go for free, and they do the funding and the support for me though. I don't have to pay.
That's great. That is awesome. So are you currently, I know you was saying, will you going back to school or
Yeah, probably tomorrow.
tomorrow?
I was on
So,
a, I was on a Easter break though, I think. I think probably this week. I'm not too sure. I can't remember. I'm just gonna say, mm, probably tomorrow I might go back. Maybe.
okay. So you can take the classes online, can't you? Or you go in
I can
person
go.
too?
No, I go in person. I can go online, but now the current course I'm doing is more work-based type course. Before, though, a few years back, I used to take a life skills course. So it means that I just do simple life skills they teach and everything, though, basically there. And from
Okay.
there I improved a lot, and they said to just move to, you could either go do the community thing or you could just basically do or I could move to foundation type course, or just go
Mhm.
to basically I could just go to the current course I'm doing. So it's a pre-internship course, training for a job. This is second year in this course, and after that, I'm gonna move up to a supported internship course, which means I work outside with support. And if I do really good, they'll dial it back, and I'll become independent. The main aim is for me to get a job.
That's great. I have young Riz up here, and we are sharing about autism awareness. If y'all have not connected with Young Riz, his link is in my description box. Hey, Sirius, how you doing, sweetie?
Thank
Sirius and Angie, let's welcome Nicole to the chat. Let's give Nicole some flowers. Over here, Nicole, we believe in giving people their flowers while they're here. And when you're in my channel, you will receive your flowers. I have my special guest up here, Young Riz. He's like my boy, y'all. He's always supporting. I don't care whatever. If I'm doing something, he always come over and support. And if y'all haven't got him on y'all have not connected with him, y'all are missing out. And he's just sharing about autism. Got April is Autism Awareness Month. Over here, I do share
you.
awareness. I do merch. These is one of my shirt. And Young Riz, I will be presenting you a water bottle today. You tell me what color you want, and you can send me your
Thank you.
information. This is
Thank
what
you
I'm
very
gonna.
much. I appreciate that, but no, thank
Okay, when
you.
I have
I
guests
can't have it.
over,
So,
when
sorry,
I
I'll
be
just tell
having
you what.
guests over, I give them a complimentary gift from my shop. You know,
You
you
guess
can
it's
open it.
appreciated, though.
You could do like a unboxing, and let me know when you get it. It will have
Okay.
you can either get a gray one or a white one. Which one you want? Can you see
Okay.
it?
I saw, but look, I want to say thanks, though. But is it okay if I say no, thank you, though? Because look, I can't send you my information. I'm in a different country,
I
and
understand. I
it's hard
understand.
to
You
basic.
are in
I
a
don't.
different country. But just
It's not
let you
just a
know
different
that
country, though. It's just more like I
just let
can't
you
send it
know
to
that
you.
I thought about you, okay?
Okay. Either way, though, it's still appreciated though, whether I have it
I
or not. That's
understand.
not what I feel like
Are
to
you
me.
at where you at UK? Are you in
Yes,
UK?
yes,
Hey nuts, how are you doing?
yes. I'm in the UK, and I don't want to send my information to it's not I don't trust you though. It's what people
I know
like
what you say.
nowadays.
I understand, cause look. I understand. Ain't nothing about me personally, cause I would never. I'm not like that, and But I understand. We have young Riz up here, everybody. We are talking about um autism. How's everybody doing down there today? Are y'all thankful
Mhm,
to see a new day, a new week? If y'all
mhm.
thankful to be here today, if you're thankful to see a new week, let's give God some praises in the chat. Put some hands up, some praise signs in the chat that said, Lord, thank you for waking me up this morning. Because this is Testimony Tuesday. Everything is running in together. We have young Reds up here. We have been sharing. Hey, Ruthie, good to see everyone. We have been
Okay,
sharing about autism awareness. Like I told young Reds, people might look at people with autism or any type of disorder as being different. Yes, you may be different, but you wasn't born to be like everybody else. Everybody is not born to be alike. Even
sure.
twins are not alike. They
Right,
might
I
look
say
alike, but
so.
they are
I
totally
call
different.
myself a high vibration being because I'm on a different frequency though to everyone else. I'm not saying everyone else is not slow or anything like that. Nah, man. All I'm gonna say is I'm higher on a frequency that basically it's higher energy frequency. I'm higher
Mhm.
though. So basically, the way I see the world is different, and the energy and all that though is high for me. So I'm just adjusting to the environment I'm around. So it may seem that's why it seems like I'm different though, but that's just how I was created.
Amen. And over here on my channel, I don't look at people as being different. I look at you as being a human being, a child of God, and I would never judge you, and I know no one in my channel would judge you and would judge you also.
Mhm.
Because people cannot
Mhm.
judge something they don't know nothing about. That's why I'm always sharing information. I always want to talk to people about things that they got going on. Then you can get the understanding about what is autism. You can easily look up the word and see what autism is, but you still got to understand what it is. And you
Right,
are a
and
living
also
witness
though with
on
the
my
fact
channel.
about oh,
Huh?
sorry. So I was just about to say that basically with autism as well affects everyone else differently. My case
Yes.
is different though because I'm more or what you call it. I can function just like everyone else, is be like everyone else. It's just that certain things though that I struggle with though, and with the right support, I can improve a lot. That's why I was surrounded by a lot of support. It's not just in the home with both parents. I literally had family members help me out and everything, not just to explain no. I'm also basically, you don't just have to teach it to me when you talk, though. You literally have to physically show me how to do something. Then I start to actually have to copy what you actually did. And then once I
Okay.
get practice of it, then I have to do it. It's more of a practical type thing with me.
Oh, well, that's great that you're able to comprehend and do things. But like you said, you do have some struggles, but you have got better with some of those challenges, right? As you get older, right?
Hmm. Yeah. Say, for example, it's more like social type situation with me, though, sometimes, though. Like, so, you say when someone else is talking, no, I have to
Mhm.
wait my turn to talk. I wait my turn to speak. I can do that, but there'll be few cases, though, when I'm really too excited, though. And if I'm
Mhm.
really excited, though, then I'll start,
Well, that's okay. That's okay. I know sometimes I talk out of turn too. We all do that. We sometimes we might talk a little bit fast. Sometimes I get tired too. But I thank you for sharing about that. Is it what I'm gonna say? Uh so as you got older and you found out you was on the spectrum, how did it make you feel? I
I
mean, can
mean,
you
first there
remember
was
your
a
first
surprise.
emotion about it?
My first emotion was surprise though, because as like when I was younger though, a long time ago, I thought I was different though. Sometimes I have moments though where I like, literally feel different though, and I
Mm-hmm.
start to deprecate. It's not like
Oh,
basically I was not trying to put myself down though, but I just literally had moments though. Even though I was so positive though, like literally I was a happy go lucky kid, even though like that, it was just something though, like literally that's just what I started to feel. Like literally though, like I'm so different though, and it made me feel out of place few times. I had moments of feeling out of place though.
oh, okay. So how do you feel now as an adult? I mean, are
As an
you
adult
feeling like
though,
you've
I
accomplished
had
a lot?
to Yeah, I mean, I overcame a lot. And also, I told you about the identity issues I had. So
Mhm.
I've overcome those, though, basically. I'm slowly
That's
on a
great.
journey to heal. So basically, I'm, slowly discovering stuff about myself slowly over time.
That's awesome. So did have being on the spectrum, did it cause you to go into depression?
I've had depression before, yes.
Oh, okay.
No, there is moments though, yes, actually, absolutely though. There has been moments though of emotional type thing though. So it's a thing called hypersensitivity. So with when you actually go through your emotion, I actually go through it though, but it's double than normal though. So I'm going to have it more, it's more deeper and more double, more twice as more deep than normal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, what are some of the things you like to do? I know you do your music. What are some of your hobbies?
I like to game as well. Like basically when I'm not watching videos, I just like to play games as well though. Just basically to chill out though sometimes though. And that's just what I like to do.
Okay. Yeah, I see you have a channel. So how long you had your channel? I mean, by you having your channel, have you ever do the people, do your subscribers, did they know that you was on the spectrum. Have you ever shared that with anybody? Have
I
you
have
know?
shared with them before that though. I tell everybody what I'm going through though, and
Mhm.
also sometimes though I appreciate everyone. They could also see some signs as well though that I actually have that though as well though. Even though I don't tell them though, they
Mhm.
probably can tell in some way.
Okay. But I think you are inspiration, young Riz. I really do think you are inspiration. I have heard you speak over here on my channel about different things. Like I said, by me talking to you for the first time, I know you was talking fast and I was trying to catch up with you, but I don't look at you as being no different than me or anybody in the chat. We all are children of God. We might have uh, things that we're dealing with, but you keep hanging in there. Like I said, I see
Hmm.
how you're doing on your channel. You're growing. You're going getting lots of milestones, and I seen you on being guests on other people's channel. And I'm so glad that you're connected with me. And I hope we continue to support one another. And I just want, like I said, I've been sharing information about autism, so I want to talk to
I
someone.
think you appreciate that though. Do you have any other questions though about relating to the autism stuff that I can share with you if you like though? That's cool.
Okay.
I'm cool with sharing that though if you like to know
Angie
more
had
about
a
what I
question. I'm trying to see if I can go back. Did you see, Angie? What was the question? Anybody having a question for? Thank you, Siri, for stopping by. Anybody? Okay, my Nicole said my youngest son was the same way. He's very much an introvert. He needed speech therapy too. Okay. Yes. I got relatives that gotta take therapy. They have delays, but let me see what Angie had said. Can you see the chat, young Riz?
mm, mm-hmm.
Uh Angie said you are very inspiring. Y'all have any question for young Riz? Um, we was putting some blue hearts in the chat for you, young Riz. We want you to know that we love you over here. We appreciate you. You keep doing what you're doing and continue to inspire others because a lot of people your age wouldn't have probably took time to be hanging out with this old lady over here. A lot of
Yeah,
people
I
are
like
like, I ain't got time
maturity.
to fool with Georgia girl. But I thank you for, I
Oh,
can't
you're
remember
welcome
a
though.
time that you haven't been able to come over. You said drop the link, and I said, you want to come up? You're very, very friendly. I have heard you do some songs, and you still working on your music.
Yeah, so basically what I do is voiceover type content. Though I just use clips of UK hip hop artists or different artist clips though. I just basically talk over the clips. I explain, like little bits and pieces of like what they do, and then when you listen to it you can understand what I've explained or like that though. And also it's also interesting about me is when I was a kid though, long time ago, first day of school though, took me a month to settle in the school though by myself
Really?
though. A month
Okay,
alone.
what?
Be- Yeah, because before that though, I literally had to have family members come into school with me, sit in the classroom because I couldn't like I would literally, would feel unsettled or like triggered or something like that or very anxious though.
Okay, so you felt like uh it just took you a while to be around other children and being in different places.
Yeah, even though I had other people in the home, it took me longer to actually settle in though. Back then,
Okay.
back
Angie
then it
got a
took me a while.
question here.
Oh, sorry, what was that?
Angie got a question I'm fixing to she said, can people with autism live alone and manage their income alone? My cousin had autism where I gotta go on my computer and read it. Okay. You see the question y'all read?
Mm-hmm. So can people with autism live alone and manage their income alone? My cousin had autism, where she noticed in a nursery school with selective hearing. She's older now, and her parents are now have health problems. Okay, they can know, but it just depends on everyone else, though, how they improve and everything like that. Some of them cannot live alone. Some of
Mhm.
them need more assistance and everything. I could, though, if I want to, but I just choose to stay with my parent and stuff like that because I need more help, though, at the moment. And so I just
Ain't nothing
independently. So
wrong
it's
with
just
that.
so just basically stay with the family, but basically they'll just live, stay with them, but it's like I'm living alone.
Yeah, you still have your independence.
Yes, I'm independently at home while staying with them, no. And I
That's
can if I
great.
want to, though, but I won't get into it too much, though. I could if I want to, though. So to answer the question is depends on the person themselves. If they're capable, they're capable. If they're not capable, it's not that they can't do it, though. It's just that they're just going through something different than me,
Uh,
because that's just
so
how everyone
everybody's like on a
autistic is
different
different.
spectrum, right? Everybody have
Mhm.
different spectrum. So did you? I know you probably don't do politics. I don't really talk about politics, but I didn't like what. No, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is the one that uh in the office with President, well, with Trump,
I
and
can
he's
do
over the
politics
health
though, but
department.
very
But
limited. Wow.
he, huh?
So I was just gonna say, when you ask the question, can I
And
do
he made a
politics? I've heard.
statement. Did you read what Robert F. Kennedy Jr. had said about people with autism? And he's catching
No, not
heat
really. You can tell me.
out
You
there.
can tell me though. Before you do that, though, I'll tell you what. Though, with politics, though, I do keep up with it, but not all the time. I'm trying to limit it as much as possible because with me, though, I used to keep up daily, though, but then it took a toll on me mentally, though, and I
Yeah,
literally had a breakdown, though. So I was advised, though, don't do that, though. Step back, though,
yeah,
and don't go too deep into it. Because the thing with
yeah.
me,
Because
once
some
I go
people
deep
like
into
to,
something, I will keep going.
yeah, because some people like to get too deep with it. They like to get too deep and too personal. So Rosie, I'm reading this article right here. Rosie O'Donnell demanded RKF Jr. resign over comments about autistic children.
Oh wow. What did he say though? What is his exact comments though?
O'Donnell, who has autistic child, said Kennedy made dehumanizing remarks. So I'm going to read to what he said. Um, you know who Rose O'Donnell, right?
I've
She a
heard of her.
comedian, and she
Okay.
had a talk show. Okay, they
Wow.
said um, Rose
I've
O'Donnell
heard of
lashed
her
out,
though.
huh?
Oh, okay, that's interesting. So I was just gonna tell you that I've heard about her, but I don't know her like that though. I've heard about her though. Anyways,
Okay,
continue though.
but let me read to what she said. Rose O'Donnell lashed out at Robert F. Kennedy Jr. on Tuesday for his recent comment about autistic children. He said autistic children are destroying families. That's what he said about autistic children. And he
Astaghfirullah.
wrong for that. Saying that they said he should be fired or resigned as Secretary of Health and Human Resources. This way, this is what Rosa O'Donnell said. I think it's very disrespectful. She told CNN, I think it's disgraceful, and I think he's woefully unqualified to be head of the Health and Human Services. I think that most of the cabinet picks that Donald Trump has made a part of his vision of a reality show government and not most qualified people available, especially Robert Kennedy. Why you gonna say uh, children with autism is destroying families?
In which way though? It's not destroying families because what he don't know is everybody's on the spectrum in some way. Even you yourself, even he himself could be on it too though. It just we all display it differently though.
Yeah,
And
he got
so
something going
basically
on with his voice. Something happened
It's
to his
not a
voice.
disease. It's just basically, it's not a disease or disorder. It's just something though that makes another person different though. He don't understand that though.
So he's getting backlash from a lot of people, and they have showed a lot of like professionals, like people that finish school, sports, people that play sports, people finish school, play sports. It was a lot of people was just showing like, look, I made it. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I didn't destroy my family. Your family is there was there to support you. From how you said, from what you told us, your mom, your family was there with you all the way. And that's good that you
Mm-hmm,
have a good support system. What
mm-hmm.
said,
I
uh,
agree though. Plus, so what he don't understand though, he's just not understanding though. To be honest, just because he's capable of everything and he made it to where he made it, he don't understand though that
yeah,
just he was made that way. Some people though aren't made like him though. That's just the problem with him though.
yes. I mean, he for him to be in office and for him to be in office and say the stuff that he say is wrong. You know, like I said, everybody, be you can't judge people like that. You can't judge people like that. And I know my family members, we do all we can for ours. We support. It is good to have a good support system.
Hmm.
He said we sure do. We sure. Oh, this is what Conscious said. We sure do. We all on working on something. That's right. And he got
Hmm.
something going on with him too. He something about his voice. He got some kind of problem with his voice. Have y'all heard him talk before? He got
Nah, not
something going on with his voice.
wow.
You can't hardly hear what he's saying. He got some kind of disease himself for him to judge others.
Nah, that's more like projection to me. Just because those people treated him like that, don't give him the right to treat people
That's
like me
right.
like that. I feel like that's projection. He's insecure though.
It's
He's not,
because
one,
people
he don't
don't
understand, and two, he's projecting.
people don't understand. If you don't understand anything, don't judge. Especially if you have not walked in someone's shoes and you have not did any of the struggles they have been through, like some of the things I go through. People might look at me and say, "Oh wow, she seemed like she all right today." But there are days when I don't be all right. But do I have to explain that to people? You know what I'm saying? I know what I deal with and I know how it make me feel. But I don't come on for no sympathy. I don't when I'm not feeling well, I just don't come on. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
I agree with you.
that's one
Plus, what
thing
he
about
don't
me.
understand though, his words though can actually create a massive impact though. Like literally, he don't understand what he says though can literally create an impact though, and can make
Yeah,
me and others like me though not be feeling like a human though. You keep saying that to an autistic person though, the way he says it like that though, not
yeah,
making them feel like human. What you don't understand is they go for a hypersensitive thing. It's not just hypersensitive touch. Touch them, no, they'll be hypersensitive. It's not that also. It's the emotional aspects he don't understand though. Because that's the most painful thing I could ever hear.
yeah. So this what he was really trying to say. They said he was trying to say that people with autism are a burden, a hopeless burden. They destroy his family. I'm just reading this article talking about autism destroys family, and more importantly, it destroys our greatest resource, which is our children. Children don't know that they're gonna be born like that. This is something just
They
happened.
didn't
So
ask, right. They did not ask to be born like that. I did not ask to be born like this. God made me this way. He don't understand that though. God created him the way they should be the way he intended them to be. God makes no mistakes though. Humans make
amen.
mistakes.
Amen. Young Reds, and oh, he getting a lot of backlash from this. A lot of people want him to resign because that was a bad way to start off trying to help people with autism. do things to help people, not tear them down. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But look who hired him. Donald Trump was the one hired him. This is what I put up here. Don't judge what you don't understand. And see, that's the biggest problem with a lot of things in the world now. People judge people. Hey Frank, how you doing? People judge others but don't know their story. Don't know what people have to do to get out of bed. Don't know what it takes for
Yeah.
people to eat their
Right, I
food.
agree with you though. I just kept pushing though because it's not just because of what I have only. It's my identity too. I'm literally in the middle of two different societies though. I'm in the middle and I'll never truly be accepted by both sides though. I know that sounds harsh to hear though, but that is true though actually. But they accept me a part of general society and I'm best of both worlds though. I did not let that basically hold me back. Of course, I had moments where I literally felt kind of worthless, though, but I'm not worthless, though, man.
No, you're
That,
not. Don't never, do not never feel. Hey, Fugal Mama and Frank, how y'all doing? We got Young Riz. We're talking about autism awareness, and he have been sharing about some of the challenges, and then he just educating us more about the autism. And I know you probably were feeling like that at a young age. Do you feel like you're worthless now, or why did you feel like you was worth it? Because you was going through what you was going through? But I'm
because
glad
of
that
what
you
I
don't
was
feel
going through, though, made me feel very different, though. Like, I literally felt like I never felt I felt like as a kid, or like maybe a few times, though, here and there, though, but it don't happen no
mm,
more, though. Don't happen no more. But as a kid, though, I literally felt out of place because I had this though, and it's not because I can't help what I have though. I just literally felt out of place though, like
mm,
because I don't really fit in with other people like that though. It's not just the faith thing or the identity thing, it's also the thing I have as well, making me feel out of place. And I
okay.
know I should not feel what I feel. I kept pushing positive energy, of course, though, but I have
Yes,
emotions though, and I should let it get out though. It's not healthy to keep it in though. And also, I don't keep it in. I let it out because if I kept it
that's
in
right.
more and
That's
more
right.
every day, it can become generational trauma.
That's right.
But,
We're talking about autism awareness. Um, Young Riz is artistic, but he was just telling us about the spectrum he's on. And he was just talking about, when he was young, he was diagnosed when he was 5 years old. I've been sharing some awareness and information about it. But I was speaking on what Robert F. Kennedy spoke about in the news. He part of Trump cabinet. So you can't expect more out of that clown and his cabinet picks. He was just saying that children with autism is a burden. They destroying families. And I don't think that's true. They're people with autism, they are loved, they're intelligent, they're smart. Some people are independent. Some people still have to have people with them. And Young Riz was just sharing about his mom, his dad, his family members was there with him. He said
yes,
he
of
needed a
course.
lot
And
of help
also
as a
my
young child.
younger brother and sister though, both my siblings though help me out as well though. So like when we go outside together as a family or if I go out with my brother sister is there to protect me. Of course I'm there to protect them, but they're there to help me. Like not just to protect me though, they're also there to supervise me. Cause look, I can be independent. I can independently do things at the same time. It's just that I need to be supervised on certain things though, and when I show
Mhm.
improvement, supervision is slowly dialed back.
That's great. And that's good. Y'all protect each other. That's good that y'all protect each other. And hey Mona, good to see you. Good
Mm,
to see you.
okay,
Y'all
thank
have
you.
any
So
question for Young Riz? I know his time is what time it is where you at, Young Riz? I know you probably want to lay
7:50.
down. What time it is?
No, it's not gonna lay down. It's okay though. It's right evening time, so let's say about 7:59, nearly 8 p.m. though. I don't go to sleep until like 11 or 11:30.
Okay. Hey Mona. Hey Frank. Frugal Mama, the
Okay.
ones that's
Yeah,
coming
this
in.
one right here that Frank
We
says
have
here.
Young Reds up here. If anybody want to ask him any question about autism, y'all can. He's really educating us more about it. I've been sharing, but it's good to be able to talk to someone that can
Mm-hmm.
tell us about what they have been dealing. The child. He said he have had some challenges when he was younger. He still have some, but he's very
Yeah,
independent. And y'all, if you have not connected with him, his channel is in my description box, and he's a
thank you.
very smart and intelligent young man. And I have been mentoring him, and we have been talking offline. If he having a bad day, sometimes he might share with me, and me and him try to uplift each other. Because that's what
Of
I
course.
said my
Of
channel is
course.
about, is to uplift, not tear down. So we're gonna
Yeah.
see what's going on, see what the people say in the chat, okay?
But
Um,
I know what Frank said though. Frank said something about this. I'll read it out to you. Frank says, "You're never
okay.
going to fit in with people. It doesn't matter you. who- It doesn't matter you who you
Who you are these days.
who you
You
are
got
these days.
to
So
love.
you got to love and enjoy your life regardless of what people say. That is true. I can agree to that though. That
That's
makes
true,
sense.
Frank. That's true. And
Of course, I
as
can
you
be
got
positive, but
older,
I
you
reckon
realize that right, y'all Riz. I know when you young and you have to learn, in other words, you have to accept the things that how things work for you, but it ain't all bad. You just probably just was delayed in some things, but I think you're very smart and independent. I mean, you
of,
said now you
of
don't have
course.
to depend on a lot of people now for assistance, do you? Maybe
No,
sometimes.
but no, I do still need assistance to a certain degree, though. So I say independent to a certain degree and
Mhm.
needing assistance to a certain degree. But in my home, I'm basically independent to a certain degree, though. So I can air fry my food myself. I can do my laundry by myself. I can iron the clothes by myself, vacuum downstairs. I can pretty much do almost anything, though. Just basically, some things need to be supervised for my own safety, and some things
Yeah,
that I'm capable of doing by
understand
myself.
understand that, and that's always make sure your safety come first. Like you were saying when you was getting ready, like you said, you was crossing the road. Were you was afraid at one time of crossing the road, or you
No,
felt
it's
like
not
you
really
could?
fear. It's not fear. It's more like basically concentration. So basically, sometimes I have a concentration problem sometimes. So it's like a spatial awareness thing, or like basically before when I used to cross the road, I nearly lost my life crossing the road. Either I've kind of run too fast, or walked, or did not look properly when crossing the road. But slowly over time, though, I've started to get better. I've been trained most of my life to actually cross the road before. That's why only recently I've started to learn to cross properly.
Oh, okay. Well, you be careful out there crossing that road. Do you live like in a area where the traffic is kind of bad, or
Now I used to live in London. Now I'm basically in a countryside, small town type of area, though in the southeast of the UK.
okay?
So it's more
Um,
like a countryside type thing, though. So I can understand why. I know how to cross the road properly now, though, because I have
okay.
experience, though, and I've learned and I've been taught, though, and I know how to concentrate properly crossing the road.
Let's
The only
pray.
problem right now I go through, though, is basically when not on the street, but basically on the pavements, though, when you walk and when you see someone walking in front of you, you know where
Mhm.
you're looking, right? I have problem with that sometimes, though, concentrating while walking, though, because I've nearly walked into
Okay.
other people few times.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. Understand. It's like your vision.
Mm, wouldn't say vision, it's more like concentration.
Okay.
Spatial awareness, though, knowing where you're walking or knowing where you're seeing. Not just
Okay.
a vision thing, though. Not physical vision. It's just like basically to see other. to see where you're moving and stuff like that. Spatial awareness, to be aware of your surroundings.
What either I'm proud of you, young Riz, and I thank you for coming up here sharing. I was just trying to see what everybody was saying. Frank said people talk regardless if you have autism or not. That is so true. We
Mm-hmm.
live in a cold-hearted world. Mona said, Young Riz, you are inspiring. Thank you, Joy, for bringing this opportunity to learn and be aware. Yes, that's what we do. Angie said, I'm from Northeast Scotland. And yes, we just want to keep encouraging you, young Riz. I done had them put blue, you see the blue hearts in the chat, the old blue
Mm-hmm.
hearts for you. You know, over
Thank
here,
you.
I love you and I'm
Thank you,
proud of you.
Simon.
I want you to continue to be the young man you are. I see your growth in your channel and celebrate your life. Celebrate every day. Every day you get a chance. Not just only we should celebrate our life every day. I know there are days, and me and you both deal with pain in some areas of our lives when it come down our bodies, but we
Yeah,
always keep telling each other to keep going. We keep encouraging each other. But I'm proud of you, and you are inspiration. Like I said, I
thank
have
you.
loved ones that deal with autism. I have my nephew just graduated, and now he's trying to. He got to be able to try to like in the world now. You know, he have always had someone around him. Now he's trying to be independent and try to learn other things, you know, because he's a young man. He just turned 19
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's
and
cool.
he
That's
just
nice, though.
graduated and
That's,
he's real
uh,
good with his hands. He like to do artwork. He like
okay,
to do
that's cool. I've done before the like basically what it's. I think it's abstract type of art. I'm kind of good with. I know how to blend colors and everything. Though, really talented when it comes to color blending and stuff like that. That's a bit
And she have
interesting. Though.
another question. She said, how do you manage nosy environments, Rids? I read she referring to the neighbors or people, I'm assuming.
How do I
Um,
handle that though? I just basically remain cool, remain calm, and just basically, if I have any problems, I just go ask my parents. Though basically, the neighbors though aren't that nosy, to be honest. So they'll come over and basically be cool and stuff like that. But yeah, understanding, they kind of see, how my family is and everything like that. My family's good though, so I've not
that's
really had
great.
that type of thing going on though. But if you're talking about in public type situations though.
Yeah.
In public situations, that's a different story.
Oh, okay.
So basically, if they actually notice though what's up with me though, my family, my brother, my sister, or my dad, or whatever though, they'll just come up and say, "Look, this is what he's going through. Please understand." So I
Oh,
have
okay.
other people around me to help me. If I struggle to do it alone, I have other people around me to
Well,
help.
that's great. It's good to have a support system. And from what you have told me, your mom, your dad, your brothers and sisters have been there with you. But I'm glad that you handling things well. You know, to be your age, you young, 23, and I really, most 23-year-olds, they do just about what you do on games. If they're not working, they play their games. They'll be on their phones. Some might have jobs and some don't, but I think you doing pretty good. And
Yeah.
you are inspiration to others. You
Thank you.
know,
Appreciate that though.
um,
I have plans of getting married someday though. Like probably 2 years time though. I'm 23 now, but I wanna get married at 25. I told both my 25 years old I wanna get married.
or you want to get married, that's great.
Yeah.
So I mean, you don't have to tell me you dating or you gonna start
No,
dating or you got.
No, I don't date though. Basically, in my faith, though, I'm basically old school type thing though. Nowadays, of course, you get Muslims nowadays though who do the dating thing though. But me personally, my family, we're practicing moderately. So what you do though is you don't date before marriage. You wait before you get married though. It's either you find one yourself, or basically another way is do the arranged way. So for me, I can do arranged marriage. I have trust in both my parents to actually help me find a girl and not just choose. I can choose who I want to choose. So basically, I explain to my parents, just do this. You do the searching. I give you the details of what I want to marry, who I want to marry, what I like, and all that, and they can do it for me.
That's great.
Or the other way, though, is basically find a girl. If I know a girl, go ask the girl's father for permission for marriage, though. Or basically, though, go on a date, but basically it's supervised, no physical contact, all that, though. So these are the alternative ways to get married instead of basically doing the premarital dating. Not shaming anyone who dates before marriage.
Let
Live
me
your
answer
life
the
how you.
call. So you just talked to young Riz. What you say?
Okay, so what I was gonna say is live your life how you wanna live it. It's up to you how you wanna live your life. To me, I choose not to date before marriage because that's just trying to focus on myself and actually find the right person before I get married. That's my idea. Okay, you're on mute. Wait, sorry, you're on mute though. Can you unmute yourself? You're on mute though.
Yeah, I had muted because I had a phone call. Oh, I was trying to see. I think
Okay,
they were
that's cool.
asking a question about, do loudness bother you, like
Oh
noises?
wait, oh yes, loud noises do bother me though, yes, but it don't bother me as much when I was younger though. They still bother me till this day. It's just not to a certain extent. Certain
Hey, brother
extent though,
Ron.
yes. Yes. Loud noise do bother me
I
sometimes
think
though.
that's what they was. I think that's what they was saying. 'Cause they were saying something about loudness. Okay. So
Okay, it's
right here,
not
I'm
just
just gonna read the
not
statistics.
just loud. Okay, sorry, that's cool. Before we do that, can I actually explain as well what bothers me too? Is basically overcrowded places. I don't mind
Yeah,
having
name
people
some of the
around
things that does bother you. Name some of the things that bother you.
some okay, sometimes it's loud noises, overcrowdedness, or something
Hmm.
like that. So, like basically, say like basic. I don't mind people around me, but basically, though, not too much people though. Like way too much. I can adjust myself and find ways to actually, some things I cannot control. So I just basically find ways to help myself, but I don't like to be overcrowded, and also don't touch me in certain areas though, and also
Yeah.
don't get too close to me sometimes though. If I don't know you really well, don't get too close to me because I'm
Oh,
going to start to feel some kind of way.
I mean, that for anybody. You don't want nobody touching you.
No, not just touching. I meant like get close to me though. Like,
Yeah,
if I
I don't
don't
like to
know.
be too crowded either. You know what I'm saying? I like to have that. I don't like to be closed in. You know,
I mean,
y'all don't
I
forget
don't
to like,
want
share, and
people.
subscribe down there. If you're able to share me out, share me out. We're talking about autism awareness. We got young Riz up here. He have been sharing. Right now, he's talking about some of the things that he don't what make him feel uncomfortable. He said he don't like to be around a whole lot of people. He don't like to be touched, like certain ways be touching, loud noises. Is it a certain food you like to eat? Is it certain food?
Certain food. Yes, certain foods I like to eat. I'm pretty much picky with food though still this day. I was very picky since I was a baby till this day. You can try and good luck trying to convince me to try it because I'm still going to throw a fit if you try though. I mean, you can try and I might give it one go. If I don't like it, don't make me try again.
Oh, okay, that's all right.
Yeah.
Uh, Frank said, I feel like people play around with relationship. They don't take it real serious. And Mona said, arranged marriage. Wow. So that's what you were saying. You have a, I mean, if you get married, it'll be like your parents pick out your date or your
So
wife or.
no, so basically my parents helped me find my future wife though. So it's like a different
Okay.
way to communicate it to my parents. Arranged marriage though, I just let my parents do that. That's what arranged marriage is though. But for me, for my marriage though, when I want to get married, I just let my parents do the searching process for me. So we just communicate. It's more like assisted though. So
Oh, okay.
I have say in who I want though, and
Yeah.
if I want this person or no. I just basically get some assistance while I actually do it because both parents though, and my mom in a way though, she. It's not that she don't trust me. She just basically, knows how what people are like nowadays, though, and so no one takes advantage of me. It's not basically a gender thing,
Understand
though.
that.
It's just basically, being taken advantage of because you know what I have though. I'm not wishing on the worst case though, but you know what I have though can actually make it easier for a person to do that to me though, because it's more of a mental thing with me. Like
Yeah,
with some things that
understand.
I don't recognize though that you might recognize.
Oh, wow. And I can understand that you don't just want to be, you don't just want to be with just anybody, you know? Wow. But yeah, I'm gonna read the statistic. This is the statistics of autism of 2025.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna keep you too long, young Reds, because I know you, like I said, I know your time different. So what do
No, but
you
I've
mostly
got a
do
lot.
during the day besides when you don't work on your channel? You say you play your video games.
Yeah, pretty much. I like to chill out most of the days. Either just clean up around the house, or basically, if I got anything else to do, I might do it, or I might edit stuff, or basically, I got TikTok as well, so I might just do some
Okay,
TikToks and stuff like, yeah. So basically, sometimes don't when it's my day off, I literally do nothing.
okay.
Wait, but
So
that's
this right here is a autism quick stats. One in
okay. I know you
36
don't want to.
kids. One
Sorry,
in
I was gonna say though that I know you don't want to keep me too long though, but I got a lot of time today actually though. It's like about 8 p.m. though, so it's okay. You came on at the correct time.
Yeah, and I thank you. I'm gonna read this, and then we can see if anybody else have any
Continue.
more questions, and I'm gonna let you go. They said one in
Okay.
36 kids identified with autism. 241 higher than baseline stats in 2000. Boys are 4 times more likely to begin diagnosed than girls. It seemed like autism. It seemed like it mostly be in boys. I don't know why it's like that, but that's what the statistics showing that boys are most likely to end up with autism. And like you said, it's something that you be born with. It ain't like they said they want to be this way today. It's just something you're born with, but there are ways where you can be
Yes,
independent.
you
You
can
can
get
still
that.
have a normal life. And there are some you still have to help.
Yeah,
Burroughs
guys do
autism
get it
runs
too
in
though.
her
It's
family.
just sorry. I was gonna
Burroughs
say girls.
autism run in her family. Okay.
Okay, autism runs in the family. That's cool. But in my family, though, I don't know if my parents are autistic or not. Both parents, though, I think my brother and sister were tested for it, but my brother and sister did not actually have it, though. They don't
Oh,
have any traits, nothing like that, though. They don't have that, though. I don't know. It could be either my mom or my dad, though. I don't know if my mom or dad have that. I don't know if my dad has it or not, or if my mom has it or not. They don't know in my family anybody in the family who has it though.
oh, okay. So right
I
here they
guess I'm
said,
a unique case. I don't know. I'm probably like, I might be just a unique case who just developed it. That's what I probably
yeah,
say.
they said, although autism can be diagnosed before a child reaches the age of 2, Most kids are diagnosed after the age of 4. 40% are nonverbal. 44 have average above average intellectual ability. 31% have intellectual disability. And then it is showing about the caregivers and stuff. So you said you was diagnosed at 5, right?
Yeah. I
Okay.
was diagnosed at 5 because, in my day though, back in my time though, they did not have all this information and they did
Mm-hmm.
not have this way to test people with autism back then though. The way we do it nowadays though. They did test people back then with it though, but the thing is though, back in my time though, they did not have this much information. They did not have the equipment, all this though,
Yeah.
to do it like how we do it nowadays though. Nowadays is different from back in my day though.
Yes, that's true. They got different types of tests and things. Okay, Angie got one more question, then I'm gonna because I like I said, his time is different, but we have enjoyed you. We thank you for. I'm gonna read this last question for you, and
Okay.
okay, Angie said, "Do you see the question?"
But here with high functioning autistic, it can be harder to notice as it's less prominent and harder to spot because they can look completely normal in society, even though no, they look
Okay,
completely normal in society. Some don't even know they have it though. That is correct.
okay, I'm reading
That
for
is correct, though. I did not know all this until I was 13 years old, though. Basically,
you.
most of my life, I did not know. I was not really aware. Parents knew, though. Both parents
Mm-hmm.
actually did notice, though. My mom was the first to notice these signs in the home, though. So
Okay.
basically, dad did support, but my mom basically at home was the one to do you know, my dad for the support, but my mom's the one not just to believe and to push me, but she's the one in the home prison. She's the one present with me in the home to help me actually
That's
put
awesome. That
all
is
that
so great.
practical stuff.
That is great. That's great to have your mom there, and she was aware, and it was good that she was there. Your family is there with you. As you grow older, you realize what was going on. Glad you're not letting it, get you down. But this is, this is how you are. Don't. I know sometimes you say you probably still feel depressed every now and then, or you might
I
get
don't
the feeling of, just don't never give up. Okay.
Okay. I also say though as well that probably in general though that I never got to tell the way a person speaks to me sometimes though. Depends their tone of voice though as well though. Tone matters to me sometimes though. So when the way a person speaks to me though sometimes
Mhm.
though the way their tone is though, like basically they have to be careful how they speak to me though because it can emotionally affect me though because I'm
Yeah.
hypersensitive and with me though my emotions can actually be all over the place. It's not that I won't be mad though, it's more about sadness type thing though. It's like to
I
be sad
understand
though.
what you're saying.
So
Yeah.
yeah, with me though I might have my emotions all over the place, so you have to mind the way a person speaks to me and what they say to me because I could actually take it to heart in a certain type of way even though I shouldn't though.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. But people should already know how to talk to people anyway. You just can't um, talk to people any kind of way. And like you said, some people be more sensitive than other. And then, it's just the way how you react to it. But this what Butter Rose said. Yes, it's better it caught early so you can be self-aware. Keep going, young Riz. That's right.
Thank
Let's
you,
put some
appreciate
hearts
it.
in the chat for Young Riz, y'all. We have enjoyed you, Young Riz. I know it's like 8 o'clock where you at, and you took the time out your day. I want to leave this with you. Continue to be who you are. I think you're smart. You're intelligent. I look at your videos. I see how you interact with your chat. I see how you interact with people over here. Like I said, if you hadn't never told me that, I would have never thought because you speak intelligently. You look how good you read. And a lot of kids don't even do what you're doing. There are
Yeah.
kids out there that can't read. There are kids out there that can't even speak at all that have autism because they're on a different type of spectrum.
I appreciate that though. It's because I had the correct support system, and in the home, it's not just my auntie did raise me, but it's mostly in the home. My mom is the one to actually help me with that in the home, and it's not just teaching assistants and stuff like that to actually help me out. Though I was supported correctly though, but it's also though in my home, my mom's the one to actually practically put all of that support to actual use though. She's the one
That's
to
awesome.
practically do it though.
That
You
is
can support someone,
awesome.
you can tell someone you support them, no, and you can support them to the best of your ability, but to actually
Amen.
help them and improve them, no, you have to practically show them. I was practically shown how to do it, and then I'll start to mimic what they start to do though. So I think
Okay.
one time yes, I think, I don't know, probably as a baby one time now, I was probably I don't know. It's a long, long story, but that's what I remember though. They were teaching me how
I
to
understand
crawl
what you're
and stuff.
saying. That's good.
So I probably just remember
So
one time I
anybody have
was taught.
anything else they would like to, anybody have anything else they would like to say to Young Riz? We
If not, though,
appreciate
I'll
you.
just share one
Everybody
story.
said,
Well, so I was just
I just
gonna
want
probably
you to
say,
say, I'm just going to say like one last thing. What would you say to someone that, like I would say about 10, 11, 12, because they're old enough to understand what's going on. What kind of encouraging words would you give like a teenager coming up with autism that feel like they can't still have a normal life, like play sports, or if you're capable of playing sports, if you're capable of going
oh, yeah.
doing
My
sports and
advice to them is though, don't give up though. Find don't give up though. You're capable of doing almost everything, and if you have someone in your corner to help you though, just remember to actually keep them close though. Keep that person, whoever is to there to support you to the best of your ability though. And also just, understand what they go through too, though. Like,
Mhm.
the person supporting you, understand what they're going through too, though. So it's not always about you all the time. No, just understand other
Mhm.
people, while they support you, they might be going through something as well, though. So try and understand not just yourself, but understand what they go through too, which I'm working on, though, sometimes, though.
Amen. And thank you for sharing that. Everybody in the chat gave you some blue hearts. Hey, I bring it. Good to see
That's
you.
what
We
Thank you.
have young Riz. He have been up here for a while. His time is different. I thank him for sharing information with us about autism. He's a brave, intelligent young man. Like I told him, continue to keep doing what you're doing. Everybody's saying good things. They like you should be a spokesman. They think you're doing good. Keep inspiring other people, and they said to your mom and your family, that's good that they was there with you, supporting you. A lot of people can't handle when they know their kids are going through things like this, but you are inspiration to others, and you are also helping parents, sharing with us about how your parents were
Okay.
there with you.
Okay. I guess my advice to parents though who have that though
Okay,
and
I
they don't
bring.
understand. Okay, so I was just gonna say my advice to parents though is just basically try to understand what they're going through, understand what you don't understand what they're going through though, and if you're not sure how to deal with them though, please find someone though who can help you understand what you're going through though, and also mind how you speak to the child in a certain way, because whether they're autistic or not, they're gonna take it to heart deep down though. If you tell them they ain't worth nothing, they're gonna grow up their entire life believing they're nothing though. So please, mind the way you speak to your kids.
Amen. And thank you, Young Riz. I had something I want to give you, but I understand that you said about your address, and I pretty much understand. And
Okay.
me and you, we're gonna continue to support each other. I know it's after 8 where you at. You probably wanna work on your channel. You probably wanna do some things. But I appreciate
I'm
you for coming
probably gonna
over.
take a little break though from posting. I'm just gonna probably just chill out. I still support and cheer everybody out, but for posting, I'm just gonna take a little break as well because I've been consistently working hard though. So I gotta stop for a minute, slow down.
Okay, well, take your break. And the people that know Young Riz, y'all know he do support. So he said he probably gonna take him a little break. So just continue to watch his videos and support him much as we can because he do support, he do share you out. And I know he be on a lot of different channels. So let's continue to support and show love to everybody. Thank you, Young Riz, and I'll be talking to you later. Okay. Thank you for
Okay,
coming
thank
over.
you,
Thank you for
everybody.
sharing.
Before I go, though, I'm
Uh,
gonna say this though. Please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe to
thank
this
you.
connected to please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, connect to the host, then connect to me, and also make sure to follow my TikTok and help that thing too though. Trying to
You
grow
got
out
your
here.
TikTok link.
I mean, on TikTok, I can tell you my TikTok name though. My TikTok name is the same name I've got here on. I got this the same name, the same username I have here is the same
Mhm.
name on TikTok.
Okay. He said he wants y'all to check him out on TikTok. And thank you for sharing. You have always shared your testimonies over here, but we want to do it in a way with by autism. And we have learned a lot today. You know, we read about stuff, but when we can hear people that have really that are really living with it and overcoming some things, it's good to keep educating ourselves about this. And thank you. And I'm gonna chat with you later, okay? You take care of
Oh,
yourself. And
peace.
tell your mom she did, your parents, they did a good job with you. That was Young Riz. Hey, Lion Pride. That was Young Riz, and he been on. He shared about autism. Like I said, when I do these shows, I be want to hear it from someone that have went through it or have overcome it, that are still struggling with it. We love you, Young Riz. We've been giving you blue hearts. Blue represent autism. So we've been giving you blue hearts all day. We love you. I like for you when you be over here. I'm glad that we are connected. Anybody else that want to share about living with autism and their challenges, then let me know. You can email me. We can have you on as a guest. This is my email right here. If anybody going through autism or anything that you want to come up and share, we're going to start by doing the panels the way we did today. There was a very positive live. I didn't have no trolls in here. My chat seemed like they was all into the topic. We showed love, and that's how we're supposed to do, y'all. Let's continue to uplift. Let's continue to spread the positivity. Let's continue to stay connected. And like Young Riz was saying, you have to be careful how you talk to anybody, regardless if you're on a spectrum or not. Know how to respect people. You just can't holler at people. You just can't feel like you can talk to people any kind of way. And if it's something we don't understand what a person going through, if you know a person got autism and you don't understand some of the things that they do, don't judge them. Support them. If you don't have anything nice to say about anything, don't say nothing. It's just as simple as that. It's time out for negativity. It's time for us to build each other up. Life is short. And like I said, I did not like what Robert F. Kennedy said. Y'all can look it up. He's over the health department with the Trump administration. He feel like children with autism are burden. He feel like children with autism destroying families, and that's not true. Young Riz praised his parents, and I also said give Young Riz parents some flowers. Anybody that's raising a child in different types of spectrum, I know it's hard. I have loved ones that are going through it. And I have people that haven't even been diagnosed yet, but we see the signs. So let's uplift. I think his parents did a good job with him. He's 23 years old. He had to learn all this as a young child, had to go through school. And, I'm sure the kids probably looked at him in a different way. And he said he even felt like he didn't belong. He even felt like he wasn't worthy. But young Reds, you are worthy. Okay? You are worthy. And it's okay to say you are different, but you are still a child of God. We love you. God love you. You continue to spread the love through your channel. You continue to be who you are. If the right people don't support you, God will put the right people in your life to support you. And that's for anybody out here on this channel. I ain't trying to preach today, y'all. I ain't trying to preach. But sometimes we be trying to figure out why God do things in our life. Don't question him. Give him the praises. He knows what's best for all of us. When you see these people that ain't supporting you, don't worry about them. Keep it going. That's what I do. The few you lost, God gonna multiply and bring more. When God went out there to feed that fish, he didn't have much fish out there. He didn't have much bread. But what did God do, y'all? He multiplied. He let that fish, those few fishes he had, he fed a crowd. He fed a whole bunch of people. Because with God, all things are possible. And he will make a way. He will make a way. You could be down in your last dollar wondering, whoo, Lord, is I'm going to be able to pay this bill? And maybe all of a sudden you start getting some extra money. You start getting blessings from this place, that place. It ain't nobody but God. Nobody but God. I done went through my ups and downs. I'm still trying to overcome. I'm just sharing some testimony right now. Some things that I've been dealing with the last couple of weeks. And I'm still dealing with these knee issues. I'm sitting up here now with my knee all propped up. And I said, Lord, just continue to give me strength. Continue to give me strength. But I want to come on today. God, me and Young Riz had said we were going to do this. And y'all know I share awareness a lot. Tomorrow, I'll be talking about IBS. That's part of what I go through. So tomorrow is Wellness Wednesday. So I'll be coming back sharing information about that. But if anybody that dealing with IBS, I probably go through YouTube stream live tomorrow. But anybody that going through anything, if you want to share, if you want to come up and talk about it, my channel is a open channel and you don't be judged. Over here, we try to uplift. We want to inspire others to do better. I want to tell Young Riz, keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. And one thing, Young Riz, be careful crossing that street now. I know you said you was going through your thing of crossing the road, and sometimes you probably end up, people be in front of you, but be careful because it's summertime, people be out joyriding, they be out doing crazy stuff. And I don't know if they do that in your hometown, but these people be up and down the road and they don't care. They don't care. But you be careful out there. I know your mom now probably don't want you probably going out, doing a lot of that. No way. But you said I'm still working on that. Yeah, you still work on that, cause I don't want nothing to happen to you. Okay. And you stay in touch with me because you got me email and everything. So anybody else have anything y'all would like to say? I had my awesome guests up here. Last year, Terry was my guest. Terry, y'all know Minister Terry, right? Minister Terry, he also is autistic. And he have came on and he have shared about his challenges and things that he went through with autism. Like I said, I have family members, and I still have family members that have some of the signs, but they haven't been diagnosed. So I try to keep myself educated where I'm able to help someone. You see what I'm saying? So I use my platform for things like this, for encouraging, for to put out awareness. Well, all right, you guys, I'm finna end this. Like I said, I enjoyed everybody. And I also want to thank everybody that has been watching my playlist, everybody that has been tuning in. I done got those hours down to 200 and some. I was on all night last night. So we're going to see what the end results will be probably another week or two. And if it meant for me to get back monetized, it would happen. But y'all know I have been working hard. Y'all, let's continue to support one another. I don't know who's live or going live next. If anybody in the chat got a live stream coming up, anybody that's in the live stream right now, got anything going on that you would like for anybody to see at this time, you can put your link in the chat, or if you got something coming up, you can put it in the chat. This is where I believe in giving people their flowers. So anybody in the chat, Young Reds, did you do something else today, or you got something coming up? I think Miss Key probably going to end up doing her live later on today. I'm always promote my members. Miss Patty, I haven't seen her today, but I'm sure she probably doing something. Angie, have you did anything? Frank was in here. Lion Pride. Okay, Lion Pride. I know she normally does a walk. Butter Road, did you do anything today? We also had a new person come in named Nicole. I see I bring it came in here. Y'all make sure y'all check her out. Who else came in here? James Money. I think that's what his name. He came in here. I'm trying to make sure I'm not overlooking no one. Anyone that came in the chat today, y'all make sure y'all connect with them and support all the way around the board. You posted a video today. You have that link. Let's check out Lion Pride. She's also in here. She normally do her walking and talking mostly every day. Y'all make sure y'all check her out. And Mona doesn't have a channel, but she's a very good supporter. She always leaving genuine comments, y'all. She's leaving genuine positive comment. And Angie, I see you have been watching my playlist. I'm about trying to get to that finish line, guys. I'm trying to get to the finish line, but it ain't easy. But thank you again, Young Riz. Appreciate you. So tomorrow be Wellness Wednesday. I'll be talking to you. And again, you want to check out any of my merch. I have autism awareness merch. I had did a show about 2 years ago. Sherry. I don't know if y'all remember the lady name Sherry. She came on, her and her daughter. I presented her with t-shirts and bags. Anybody I have as a guest that on any of my shows, I try to give complimentary gifts like t-shirts, water bottles. Young Riz, he was saying by his address and where he lived, but I let him know that it was gonna be a token from me, but he was just saying by his identity and address, and I understand that 'cause a lot of people, it's just crazy out here. But I'm not that type of person though. But hey, Camille, I didn't know you was in here. Hello. Yeah, let's check out Young Riz's video he did today. If you want to watch the replay, you watch the replay. Young Riz was just sharing about autism, his challenges, and things about what he like and what he don't like. He shared a lot of good information today. Some of the same things that I have read. How you been doing? Good to see you. People, if you have any type of disorder, any type of illness, people are going to look at you as being different. But I don't look at no one as being different. I think you are a child of God. Jesus loves you. I love you. And you should love yourself. No matter what you might be going through, just always remember, God loves you and never let go of his hand. I told you, Young Riz, I think you're intelligent, young man. I think that you have endured a lot to be at the age you are from being from 5 to up until 23, you have went through a lot, but you're still here. We all have been going through something. We're still trying to overcome things. But one thing we must remember, don't give up. Even though the road do get hard, guys. The road do get hard. But we just gotta keep holding on. Gotta keep holding on. Today is Testimony Tuesday still. If anybody got a testimony they want to share, if you don't want to come on the panel, you can put it in the chat because I'm finna about wrap this up. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not overlooking no one. Yes, good to see everyone. Yes. Let's keep encouraging each other and encourage our children. Encourage our children. And like Young Riz was saying, you know, you can't talk to people any kind of way. It don't matter if you got, if you're on a spectrum or you're not on a spectrum, you still cannot talk to people any kind of way. You got to respect each other. But I'm so glad I have an amazing chat, y'all. I have an amazing chat. I didn't have no trolls in here. I guess because I didn't go through direct. I didn't go through YouTube direct. I went straight through StreamYard. I noticed when I go through YouTube direct, you see all kind of trolls. But I have a most respectful chat. I love my GTs, my Georgia Troopers. Okay, I'm finna get ready to end this. But thank y'all for tuning in. Tomorrow's Wellness Wednesday. I'll be sharing about IBS. If a lot of people don't know what IBS is, it's irritable bowel syndrome. So I'll be sharing information. Over here, I share things, but I like to also have people to come up and share anything if they're going through those things to help keep us educated on stuff. Anything we talked about today was for educational, entertainment purposes only, but it was Young Riz real life testimonies on things that he go through and things that he's still overcoming. Y'all continue to have a good day. Y'all enjoy the rest of this beautiful Tuesday. It's beautiful outside. Spring is here, y'all. It feels like a summer day today. That's what it feels like to me, a summer day. Y'all make sure y'all stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water. And shout out again to Young Riz and his family. He had a very supportive family. Shout out to his mom. He said his mom, she was there. His mom, his dad, his sisters and brothers were there. So guys, y'all continue to. I'm gonna go check out and see what everybody been doing today. Check out some videos. Get ready to end this. Like I say, y'all can check out my online boutique. I do have merch available. And if anybody wants to be a guest or want to come up whenever I have my shows, just let me know. And we could just have a day for you to come up like Young Riz and be able to share. Like Camilla, she came up one day, she shared some things with us. I have had a lot of guests over here, and I think the ones that have was able to come up. So we're gonna start by doing the panels, and I think this was real good today. Very educational and very inspiring. So on that note, y'all continue to have a blessed day. Stay encouraged and always stay what? Prayed up. Until next time. Bye-bye. And don't forget, like, share, and subscribe.